Diddy up there wilding.
Yeah.
He finna let people know he was hitting Nip baby mama. You see it's coming out.
Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. You know, I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, you know what I mean, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap.
Yeah, Nipsey been gone 6 years, but all that wild talk about his BM, Lauren, and Diddy, far from dead, and Wack 100 just stirred the whole thing again, dropping a story so wild that folks are saying he might actually be telling the truth about catching them in the act. Remember when Wack 100 claimed he had seen some wild footage of Nipsey's baby mama getting down with some dude? Back then, folks laughed it off. Everybody said, man, that's just Wack being Wack, loud, reckless, and chasing a headline. But now those claims creeping back into the conversation, because in his recent podcast run, Wack doubled down and damn near cracked the internet open again. Dude said he has not just heard rumors, he is sitting on over a dozen wild videos, 12 plus.
One of the ones that I'm very questionable about is this Nipsey Hussle video.
What about
I don't buy it.
Oh, you know, I got a little thing I do. I just tell you put some money up.
How much money you want me to put up?
Whatever you want to put up. How many you want to see is like about 15 different text messages, probably like 10, 12 videos. How many of them you want to see?
And dude didn't stop there. He dragged Diddy right into the mess. According to Wack, Diddy's ex Cassie was not just cool with Lauren, she was locked in, real close.
He finna let people know he was hitting Nip baby mama. You see it's coming out. Cause you know Cassie and her was best friends. So when a playing like the way Diddy playing, this is real shit. My woman right there. My woman's right there.
Diddy, everybody in the industry that we like.
If I tell my woman...
That I don't disagree with.
Listen,
they
listen,
come on
you think if Diddy told Cassie, make that happen with Laura, it wasn't gonna happen? You heard
I think they have incredible power. I would doubt nothing that comes out of that camp over there. I doubt
okay,
nothing.
so that's what I'm saying.
We learn more than we ever needed.
But my question to you is, because outside of his sexual preference, what problem did you have with Nip?
And the word floating now is Lauren was allegedly attending those infamous freak-off parties Diddy's name been tangled up with. If Wack's claims hold even a grain of truth, it makes all them wild whispers surrounding Nipsey's death feel a lot less far-fetched. Almost like the pieces were always on the table, but nobody wanted to flip them over because Nip deserved peace. But that's the thing, now the streets going back, rewinding the timeline, pulling receipts folks ignored earlier. And when you line them up, everything about that Diddy and Lauren connection starts looking off. Let's keep it a buck. The streets never believed Nipsey's death was random. Dude was too sharp, too calculated, too influential to get taken out over some basic hood scuffle. The word has always been the same. This was not just a shooting, but a removal, a strategic takedown, and power play. Nipsey was not built like an industry puppet. He did not bow to labels. He did not kiss nobody's ring. Dude moved like a boss, thought like a leader, and carried himself like he already knew where he was headed. And the higher he climbed, the more he disrupted the machine. That alone puts a target on your back, especially when you rising faster than the people at the top can control. To certain folks, Nipsey became a threat, allegedly. So when Diddy caught that RICO case and all the skeletons started spilling out the closet, the internet did what it always does, started connecting dots. One theory shot straight to the surface, that Diddy ordered the hit, allegedly. Now, whether folks believe it or not is one thing, but here is the part nobody can shake. If Diddy was involved, he could not have done it alone. Somebody close had to open that door. Somebody Nipsey trusted. Somebody nobody would look at twice. And every time people circle that board, the same name keeps glowing red, Lauren London. It did not help that Jaguar Wright stepped up yelling, Lauren is the one who introduced Nip to Diddy.
Hook up with the biggest rapper at the time. Everything's great. By the way, isn't she? Lauren is the one that introduced Nip to Diddy. Diddy couldn't even get to Nip, even though he had ties in L.A. It was Lauren that brought Nip to him.
Folks brushed her off as loud, dramatic, doing too much, until old clips resurfaced. Clips where Nipsey himself confirmed it, saying Lauren introduced him to Puff.
Lauren? No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at
Double
Cassie's
dates and
birthday.
stuff.
That one moment hit the community like a slap. People started asking darker questions. What if Lauren was not just a girlfriend? What if she was a plant? What if she was the insider pulling Nip into circles he never needed to be in? Old pictures resurfaced. Lauren and Diddy looking a little too comfortable. That strange closeness you do not expect between your man's mentor and your partner. In one of those pics, Nipsey is literally in the background looking like the third wheel in his own relationship. And in one clip, Diddy is behaving all sus with Lauren, asking if he was able to make her laugh.
Lauren, I cracked you up.
But it gets deeper. People realize Lauren's best friend, Cassie, was locked in with Diddy for years. And word going around says even her sister once worked for Diddy as an assistant. That means Lauren was not just adjacent, she was intertwined, embedded in Puff's world long before Nipsey's star took off. And once fans connected that, they started asking the ugliest question a fan base can ever ask. Was she really loyal to Nip, or was she playing both sides? Then came the Angie Martinez interview. Emotional, polished, combo with moments that hit wrong once you revisit them. Lauren quoted Diddy telling her, "Look, boo, you showed the world what it looks like to hold a man down. Now show them what it looks like when everything falls apart. That is your responsibility." But why is Diddy calling her Boog, Nipsey's nickname for her? Why that kind of personal access? But the real bomb dropped when she said she had attended a death seminar before Nipsey passed. Who does that? Who goes to a workshop on death unless they felt something coming or were preparing for something?
I went to a seminar about death.
Okay, you have to tell. Well, you're
Oh
just
my
telling
God.
me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share. Please share. Why?
I have a friend.
Why were you there, and what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies, and that, you know, it's just an experience in the physical form, and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls, and that we continue and continue and continue. And if you have a spiritual relationship with someone on earth, you will have one with them when you leave earth. So I did this like 2-day seminar on death. So.
And this was how long ago?
I had to be like 25.
What sent you there? Do you find that weird though?
I'm weird.
No, it's not weird that you would go. It's just, it's almost like you were preparing yourself for what you would have to deal with.
Well, I told you I didn't have such a connection to earth at a young age.
I know, but you don't find that as like you were preparing yourself for what you were gonna have to deal with.
Well, that we're all gonna have to deal with.
Then Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, threw gasoline on the flames. He said Nipsey asked Diddy to help make Victory Lap feel like Biggie's life after death. Same legacy, same impact. Diddy even hinted at it in past interviews.
Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. You know, I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, you know what I mean, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap. So a lot of people don't know this. We got them to change it in Wikipedia. Somebody over at the label tried to leave my name out, but he came to me and said, I want you to be a part of helping me finish up this album. And so I was a part of not just the records I was on with him on his last album. He was like, yo, I'm a big fan of like Life After Death. You know?
At the time, fans thought it was respect, inspiration, a tribute, until folks remembered the obvious. Biggie's album dropped after he got taken out. That is when the theory snowballed. Gene Deal said straight up, letting Diddy get involved was Nipsey's biggest mistake.
Now, you taking a spiritual person who's asking for something. He said, I wanted that same feel as life after death. That same feel was that Biggie got murdered and he went on to sell about 10 million albums or 10 million copies. I was saying, you gotta watch what you say to demons because it just might come true.
After that moment, Nipsey spent more time at Diddy's mansion than his own studio, and fans swear that is when Nip started looking drained, distant, tired, like someone carrying the weight of a secret he could not shake. So the street theory goes, Diddy saw Nip rising too fast, inspiring too many people to think independently. And if you cannot control a man like that, you remove him. But even then, somebody had to usher him into the lion's den, somebody close enough to guide him in without raising suspicion. And the streets say that somebody was Lauren. And with Diddy now locked up facing real time, folks believe more names might drop, more layers peeled back, more connections exposed. One dude wrote, "When I was young, everybody around me was praising London, especially after ATL. I said, nah, something ain't right. She ain't nothing but a regular 304. It's coming to the light." Another dude hit hard, saying, "Yes, it came out that Lauren been known Diddy. She was Cassie's best friend for years. Lauren is the one who introduced Diddy to Nipsey Hussle because Diddy couldn't get to Nip, and Nip ended up passing away, and somehow Diddy was credited on Nipsey Hussle's last album." But here is where the theory flips. Some people do not think Diddy was freaky with Lauren, but rather with Nipsey, because during the trial, all those boy toy allegations exploded. The whispers about Diddy mentoring certain industry dudes started sounding louder. Folks started naming names: Meek Mill, Usher, YK Osiris, French Montana. People said the whole mentorship pipeline was a disguise. And when clips resurfaced of Nip and Diddy in the studio, Diddy licking his lips, zooming in on Nip like he was admiring him, fans said Nipsey looked unaware, innocent, like he did not know what kind of attention he was receiving.
Back in the lab. Feels good to be back.
Mogul and they know that. Logo on my flow mat. Courtside Chamberlain throwback, match my Rolex. Everywhere I go flex, valet park on some low shit. Whole lot of smoke in that Rory, that thing post.
One user put it bluntly, saying, "If you think Diddy and Lauren London were a thing, you clearly can't see the obvious." Why was Diddy zooming into Nipsey like that? Why was he making those facial gestures when he put the camera as if it's a selfie with Nipsey behind him? Nipsey was oblivious to those suggestive facial expressions. Another wrote, "Damn, Diddy cracked every female and male in the industry." But whether any of that is true or not, one thing remains. Lauren's deep, layered connection to Diddy keeps raising more eyebrows the more you look at it. Every detail feels heavier now. Every coincidence feels intentional. So now the question is simple. Do you think Wack is exposing the truth or stirring chaos for clout? And what about Lauren? Is this all a coincidence or something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you're all in for raw truths and bold takes, hit that like, subscribe, and click on that next video popping on your screen now.